Hello and welcome to ETCV 598, the capstone experience. Now, as you all know, normally I would say, hello, my name is Chris Johnson and I'm your instructor, but you all know me. So instead, I'll say hello and welcome to this final experience in the Educational Technology program. I'd like to take just a few minutes to walk you through the expectations of the course. So let's take a look at the capstone experience. Now, capstone has two different definitions. The capstone traditionally is the covering of a wall or something like the Washington Monument as we see here. But it's also become known as the high point or crowning achievement of someone's career. So this will be your crowning achievement. It's an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to apply all of the theories, concepts, methods, and technologies that you've learned throughout the program. And you'll research a real-world instructional issue of your choice. It's a culminating experience where you will use everything you've learned in the program, and you have two options. You can take a research approach, which will be basically a mini thesis, or you can do a practical approach where you will apply what you've learned to a project applicable to your particular setting. This choice is up to you, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it to make a decision. For the research option, you'll use any empirical method of your choice, qualitative or quantitative or some mixed methods, to research a problem and propose solutions. For the practical options, you'll apply an instructional design approach to a particular problem. Now, this still has a research component because you'll use that to back up your practical application with the theoretical material. You'll provide all applicable documentation on the work, including any research materials that you come up with. You'll also do a final reflection on the program via a program completer survey. Your final product can be a written paper submitted electronically or any other format, such as an ebook, a web resource, or other digital method. All you have to do is make sure that whatever you create has the same substantial intellectual quality that you would get if you were writing a research paper. You'll start with a project proposal. This is just a brief description of what you will accomplish. This is due Friday, the third full week of class. Please check the D2L site for the date for this semester. You'll use the proposal form provided in the D2L site. This is a PDF that you'll fill out electronically, send to me, I'll sign it, you'll sign it, and then you'll get started on your project. Once your proposal is approved, you'll start working on your project. Throughout the semester, I will ask you to provide me with a weekly update on Friday. Now, don't worry about 5 o'clock on Friday, midnight on Friday. If it's Saturday, that's fine. I just like to know on a weekly basis how your project is going. So give me a brief summary, a paragraph or two of what progress you've made on your project. And it's also acceptable to say something like, I had a really bad work week. I didn't get anything done. I won't worry unless I see 3 or 4 of those in a row. I've set up discussion forums for each of you where you can post your weekly updates. Also, we'll be using Slack as a general communication for this course. So I have an ETCV 598 channel that I'll add you to, but I will be happy to create individual channels if you find it easier to post your weekly update in Slack versus going to D2L. So just let me know if you'd like to have a Slack channel set up for you. Your project is due the last day of class. Please check D2L to find out when this is. Prior to that, you'll do a project presentation. These will be done in the last 2 weeks of class, and they'll be presented online. Now, when you do your presentation, your project doesn't have to be done. You just have to be far enough along on it to be able to tell us what it is that you're doing and to demonstrate part of the product, either your research paper or some sort of exploration of a practical project that you're working on. So the course is fully conducted in D2L and Slack. We will have one synchronous meeting the first Wednesday of class at 6:30 p.m. and I'll send out a reminder. After the initial meeting, I'm happy to meet via Slack or any other forms of communication individually. Now there's no required text, however I will expect you to find other research materials. These can all be digital or books that you check out from the library. There are several ways to reach me. Probably the best is to direct message me in Slack. You all have my email, and here is my phone number. I accept phone calls between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and you can text anytime. I will respond to the DMs and text as quickly as I can. So let's take a minute to delve into the D2L course site. Here we are in D2L. You'll want to look at the content section first and begin with the course overview. There's a brief intro, the syllabus, and an introduction to myself. Here are the due dates. Module 1 has the information on your proposal. It has a downloadable PDF file that you'll fill out and then submit to the project proposal Dropbox. After your proposal is accepted, you'll move on to working through your project. There's not a whole lot of information here, but please do make sure that you check out the rubric for the required capstone components. This is the page where I will create your discussion forums. I'm waiting until I make sure I have everybody in class before I create them. And here's the option where you can do Slack if you'd like to. Module 3 has information on your presentation, including the rubric for the presentation, so make sure you review that as you're putting it together. Module 4 has the program completion survey, and this is just due by the last day of class. There's one final module on Slack, just in case you're not familiar with using it. So that's it. Are you ready? I think you are. I look forward to working with you throughout the rest of this course.